The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 8 of the Formal Gamer podcast. Fickle the Bard, Bernum the Monk, and Methuzala the Magic User begin their quest in chains, but end up in the middle of a conflict they don't truly understand. Malevolent magical forces are at work in the town of Dulasar, with defiant dragonborn, guarded gnolls, and cunning kobolds fighting for supremacy. Will our three heroes be able to escape and discover why their life seems to be draining away? Especially as their own demons seem to be getting in the way of their progress. Sometimes literally.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 11 of season 8 of the Formal Gamer podcast. Twitter, Facebook, website, Google. But more important than any of that, enjoy the episodes!
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast. We're on the top of an Aztec temple, or some of us are.
Yes.
Bernum, Tully, Methuzala are on the top of this Aztec temple. Lovely view out over the forest. Lovely.
Bit stuck.
You've got some closed sort of wooden trapdoory type thing in the very top of the tower.
Wouldn't you say?
Yes. Methuselah is still suffering from a little bit of poison from some rather delightful butterflies that he came in contact with earlier on. Mm-hmm. Fickle, the lovely bard, was suffering quite severely from something similar, but managed to go out into the forest and find an antidote.
Professor Parsley
and his song, yes. And Fickle, you are at the very edge of the forest looking up at the temple.
So I'm going to use my spell of message, and I'm going to message to Methuselah. Well, it's actually cantrip, which is lucky because it's not a spell slot. Just to whisper, Methuselah, I found another staircase and I think there's a door there. Just so you know where I'm at. And I found some antidote. Love you, bye. And then I make to the pyramid and I locate those side steps that I noticed and I start ascending.
I'm going to look over to where try and spot where Fickle is.
Yes.
And I'm going to say to Tully and Burnham, maybe we could drop the rope down and bring Fickle up the side here. Would the rope reach? How long is the drop?
You don't think it would reach because when... I was going to say Magnum there. When Burnham... when Burnham climbed up, he just about managed to grab it and he was pretty much just a bit further than halfway up.
Right. So we won't be able to get to Fickle?
No.
Can I do a perception check on the forest?
Yes.
Can I look for pear trees? 16 plus 2, 18.
Looking for pear trees?
Yeah.
There aren't any.
What else would I be looking for?
No.
In the forest? I mean, he was so excited because he was going to get to tell us some plot device because I rolled an 18, but I'm no interest in his plot devices.
You can tell him other stuff he sees.
Can I just say quickly, I think message only goes 120 foot. I don't know how tall the pyramid is.
I think if you're at the base...
If you're running, then it'll project it further.
Yeah. You run and stop suddenly and it really fires out.
Yeah.
It's
Methuselah.
all right. It reaches, yeah.
Thanks. Okay, just checking because I cheat quite a lot and I got caught out quite a lot in the last episode. So
Well, I don't even know. Telling the DM what the result, like, what to do, I don't know if it's cheating.
Or just bad play on my part. You charmed me.
be more dominating.
I think you took advantage of a glitch.
Yeah.
Don't call him a glitch.
Glitch, please.
Glitch, please.
Anyway, you can tell Burnham other stuff he sees if he sees anything else.
You think you might see a little bit of movement in the forest?
Oh, Burnham, are you checking for movement in the forest?
No, I was looking for pears, but I think I have spotted some movement.
Do you think there might be gnolls?
I'm not sure, how large are movements.
What did you roll?
An 18.
Did you tell him about the message I sent you? or not?
Well, I was asking about the rope to get you.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of...
And he looked over at you, so
Yeah.
I think Bernum probably would have gone, what's
We're
he
all
looking
the
at?
same.
We can say that, Fickle's down there next to another set of stairs.
Yeah.
You think it would be big enough for your horses to be moving?
So it might be our horses.
Might be.
Right.
Oh God.
Is he coming from the direction of our horses?
Similar area.
Tully, can you go and secure the horses? And if there's something scarier than the horses, run back over to where Fickle is and get Fickle's help.
Okay. Do you think I could use the rope and you could maybe help me get down, or do you want me to just run down the stairs?
Well, I don't know if the rocks will be annoyed at you going down the stairs. They seem annoyed at us coming up the stairs. I can only lower you down 50 feet, can't I? And then you'll be on your own. I think don't go down the stairs, go down the side, because it's 10-foot drop, so hang off, 3-foot, drop. Hang off, 3-foot, drop.
Okay, I'll do that
Okay,
as quick as I can.
don't hurt yourself.
Received.
Safety first.
Safety first.
Protect the pair.
Protect the pair.
But I was spelling pair P-A-I-R that time. I pointed to his little bits.
Tully drops down off the side and carefully starts making his way down the side of the temple. You think it might be a little bit of time before he gets there, but you've sent him on his task.
So maybe the plan is that if we try and see if we can break through here, Tully can go see if the horses are fine and then catch up with Fickle. Maybe Fickle and Tully go in one way and we come in the other. Do a bit of a swap manoeuvre. You know, break up the party as always.
Always smart to break up the party.
Yes. Especially with the strongest two together. You know what I mean, Bernum?
Tully and Fickle, yes.
Aw.
I'll lean over and say, Fickle, Tully's going to go investigate to see if the horses are fine, and then he's going to catch up with you.
So you're quite far away, so you're shouting that down here.
Well, yes, I'm using my message spell. But my message spell's a bit different, because it's kind of just like an illusion.
Right?
So a piece of paper appears in Fickle's hand that says that.
I'm gonna say I don't think you can push illusion to that far, that distance.
What, I'm running?
Down the... down...
No, I'm running up to the side and just stopping and letting it go. Fine, I write it on a piece of paper and fold it up like a paper airplane and go, illusion spell message! And throw it.
Roll up.
What, penman craft?
Penman craft.
The more you think about that, the better it is. Because also, folding the aeroplane is surely the more difficult part.
That's what I mean, that's easy. What do we need to roll for?
Sell me a
stopping my
skill, because
toe.
your illusion I can't go out to 100 foot.
No, it's fine, I'll write it on a note and throw it down. Fine, you're making me not do magic, that's fine.
Sell it to me for a skill.
Right, my skill is history, and I'm remembering when last week I wrote down some words. Yes?
Right. Let me have a look.
Are you referring to a note you've given to him that we should know about?
No, what I'm saying
No, he's
is
gonna
I'm
write
just
a note
writing
to you
and
and drop
dropping
it
it
down.
on you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what on earth are we going to use?
It'll be Dex for throwing it, if you want me to be throwing it.
It's going to be a hard dex, isn't it?
It's
'Cause-
not, because it's dropping a note on you.
Yeah, but you're throwing it down a freaking mountain.
Yeah.
You can crumple up a piece of paper and...
Why don't you just shout?
Because we're inside a pyramid of bad guys. And although we've already done 2 shatters, sang several songs, and lit a bonfire, like...
Now's the time to be stealthy.
Oh, fine! I fucking shout it with a trumpet noise at
Right.
the end.
Okay, what does that sound
A
like?
lot more feasible.
I can't even remember what I was saying.
We'll meet. We're gonna pair off.
Don't
Tully's
pair off.
and Tully's coming to see you, Fickle.
Yes, I shout that.
Okay.
Okay, I message back. Okay.
It's
XOXO.
a message.
So, Fickle, you're standing on these smaller set of stairs. They go up about a third of the height of the temple,
Okay.
and they lead to what appears to be a doorway.
So I'm going to go up to the doorway and listen at the door, see if I hear anything.
You can't.
And I see if I can... I'm going to examine the door. Does it have like a doorknob or a lock, or has it got a handle?
It's a doorknob.
And see if I can turn it very quietly.
Yeah. Roll a stealth.
Okay. 20.
Wow, yeah, you are super stealthy. You get the door open and you're looking down this quite dim corridor.
Okay. So I message to Methuzala, I've opened the door and I'm going in. I'll go and scout out and see what's going on. Are you guys coming?
Okay.
I mean, I guess don't shout and tell me now because I've been quite stealthy, but...
Oh, you just dodged a bullet there.
Yes! Okay, love you, XOXO. Later, Tater. And then I start walking down.
So if you just did 2 kisses, what's the XOXO then?
XOXO is like an expression like, hugs and kisses. And then...
X-rated oxo. It's like this new type of gravy, and it is like saucy.
I know. This is interesting. When a boy does XOXO, what does it mean?
I never use O's. I might do for someone I really like.
Never?
They might get a kiss.
Come on, Jules.
O's? No, why would I use O's?
Okay, moving
That's
on.
disgusting.
I never do more than 3 X's as well.
Okay.
I would only ever do 1. I got told off recently for using full stops at the end of messages because apparently it made it sound abrupt.
Well, after the X.
No, like after a normal message, I'd be like, this person was like, I was like, oh yeah, I'll see you there, full stop. They're like, why are you being so abrupt with me? I'm like, punctuation is not abruptness.
No, it's just.
They were like, I was going to put a full stop on the conversation. I'm like, no, that's grammar.
What?
Yeah.
So
it was
Fickle,
a young person, to be fair.
So Fickle, you're going in on your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just scouting out, so I'm not going to do anything heroic or stupid. I'm just going to stealthily kind of, just tiptoe in and see what's what and what kind of place it is, because I don't know whether it's going to be like a place of worship or an armory, or we really don't know anything. So
Okay. You make your way into the corridor. I don't think the others need to leave the room because you can instantly message people, so, it's fine.
Well, actually, now I'm inside. I don't think it can go through solid, so...
Right.
Should we just cover our ears?
I don't think it's going to be that. It'll be fine.
I'm covering my ears. I don't
I'm
know.
covering my ears as well. And my crotch.
Listeners, Jules has covered his ears but taken his shorts down.
So, you're inside this corridor. You can see it opens up into a wider room without a door at the very end of the corridor. On the way to there, you can see a couple of doors on either side of this corridor, all of which appear to be shut.
What can I smell? Can I smell like gnolls or kobolds or...
You can smell dirt, really. Dirty, sweaty animals. Roll me a nature.
That's going to be a 13, and I think I have a +2 to nature. So 15.
You can smell dirty orc.
Oh, sugar. Okay. So, and does it seem like an old tomb in that there's a layer of dust, or does it seem like a fairly used chamber?
So looking back, you think, actually, when you went through that door, you're a half-elf, aren't you?
Yeah.
That is one big door.
Okay.
Big door. It's dusty and unclean, this whole area.
Yeah.
But it's not dusty like nobody's walked through here for the last 10 years.
It's just like grotty.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to tiptoe back out and just wait outside the door, and I'll let them know that that's the case.
Okay. So, Fickle, in fact, you go for it.
So basically, I've gone in, and there are doors available to kind of open, and there's a big chamber at the end of the corridor. But the problem is that it seems like this is an orc area, because I could smell orc, and it seemed quite dirty and grotty. So obviously they are inhabiting this pyramid or using it for some reason. So I'm kind of backed out, and
We're in some sort of faction war.
maybe. So I've closed the door and I'm waiting outside for you guys because I'm thinking it's a bit.
What was the thing that was throwing kobolds at us earlier?
Orc.
That was an orc, yeah.
Wasn't there a big bad orc in the Blue Light Brigade?
Yeah, he was the one who was throwing kobolds at us.
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean, that is a great. That is what they're called now. That's awesome.
Okay.
The Blue Light Brigade, Moongrak, and the Blue Light Brigade.
I feel like we're going to need some more guns and spells and things.
I'm out of key points.
Yes.
I
still have all my spells because I am a rather great mage.
I wonder if Fickle kind of relays this through message and then suggests retreat to forest for night.
Yes.
I don't know what time it
Or
is.
we sleep on top of the pyramid.
Yes. They wouldn't suspect us there. We'll sleep on the trapdoor.
Can't see a problem with that.
I've never heard a better plan.
Yes, okay, maybe we treat and sleep for a bit, lose some more life force and all that jazz. Is Tully fine with the horses?
See, Tully would have just got to the edge of the forest by this point.
Okay.
You've just started to lose sight of him.
I suppose we can sneak in the side again. We don't have to go up the top, do we?
No, coming up here seems an awful waste of time. I mean, almost a whole episode to get up here and go, there's fuck all up here, isn't there?
Oh yeah, it's stuck.
But think how happy you would have been if there was a pear tree.
Yeah.
Does that make it better or worse?
That's worse.
There might be a pear tree in the forest.
No, there wasn't. I did a full check for that. All I saw was our horses walking off. Which might not be our horses, it might be an orc who's about to kill Tully.
We can only hope. Okay, well, let's get down this bloody pyramid then. Did Tully struggle when he ran down the... He went down the sides.
No, he did. He was doing it carefully. He got told to do it very carefully.
He
was
didn't go
slow.
down the rocks, though. He went down the sides.
He went down the sides.
I'll tie the rope to me and you, and then I'll stand at the top, so you can sort of lower yourself down, and then I'll jump down. You can sort of half catch me.
Okay, yes.
So if I lower you down, and then I'll lower myself down, you can sort of catch me and put me down, because I'm short,
Okay.
so I'm quite strong.
So we're tag teaming back
That'll
down.
speed it up.
Yeah.
And you
We'll sort of belay each other down. Teamwork.
Yes.
See, we can work as a team.
Yes.
just roll.
Yay,
Slow,
teamwork makes the dream
And then we
work.
run away from Fickle into the woods.
both of you just roll me one athletics check just to make sure for the whole thing. What was that? 3.
And I botched! This is why you don't work as a team.
What the fuck are we
How
working
is
as a team?
descending
I mean-
a pyramid working as a frickin' team?
I actually quite liked your plan. I thought,
You should have gone on Methusala's
26.
right. It takes longer than it should have. A lot longer.
Do we bicker quite a lot?
And you bicker, and, somebody is particularly grumpy because you got bitten by a butterfly, and somebody was a bit smart-ass because he didn't get bitten by a butterfly.
Well, some of us are just cleverer than others.
Well, some of us are slower than others.
Are you still wearing the beekeeper suit as well?
Of course.
Yeah. Right, okay. You make it to the forest, and... Are you going in, or...?
I'm going to go first, before we go for any rest, and go and hide the bodies of the kobolds.
Okay, so you're going to drag them out of the...
Yeah.
You can do that safely because you've got your...
I've got the suit on.
Yeah.
And I'll ask Tully. Is Tully just down here?
Tully's gone off into the forest to a little bit further into where the horses were.
I'll do it on my own then.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll go check on Tully. Fickle, are you with us now?
Yeah, I
You just go down the stairs. You don't have to do that stupid
yeah,
crap.
because I guess I suggested to them that we go to the forest for a sleep, so she's kind of gone down the stairs hoping that they'll come down too.
Okay, as you come down, you see them
What's just bundling
methodically, but bickering, going down the
When
side
she
of the...
sees them bumbling down, she thinks that's a great idea for a 7/13 song I could make. Those crazy beats. Oh, bump, bump, bump. Oh, lovely.
What's a 7 over what?
Well, most rock and roll songs are like 4 beats over 4. So if you listen to
Right, yeah.
We're smart. We know music.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
just look at your character
If
sheets and
you'd
pretend you
listen-
understand.
If you'd listened properly in Professor Popplewaite's class of music, you'd know about timings.
Did you do a lot of degrees? Were you those people who went, I'm just doing one more degree? Then
Yeah, I didn't have any friends, but I had a lot of degrees.
Just one more degree.
Like a thermometer.
But she's excited to see Methuzala and give him his shiny antidote.
Oh, you've made me some food.
I say, just be warned, it tastes like maggots and leaf, but it will do you good.
It tastes like maggots and leaf because it is maggots and leaf.
I'll munch on that.
Okay, you can return your normal speed of movement.
Wonderful. Back up to a trot.
You're so welcome, Methuzala.
Thank you very much.
problem
In
at all.
retrospect, you think that might be why you had a little bit of trouble getting down the side of the...
I thought it was the poor rolls.
Yeah, I was the one who really fucked it up.
Yes, we both did quite badly. So I'll say to Fickle, while Burnham's moving the body, should we catch up with Tully by the horses?
The pink and purple horses.
I thought we brushed them clean.
Why did you paint those horses pink and purple, Methuzala?
I don't remember. Let's go ask Tully.
Okay.
I think he knows. On we go.
Okay, so she...
You make your way to where you left the horses, and you find Tully standing there without the horses.
So, Tully, where are the horses?
I don't know. Oh, he's going to be so angry.
Oh, just imagine what Burnham's going to say when he hears that you lost the horses.
No, that's what I meant. He's going to be so
Yes,
angry.
I know that's what you... Oh, God. You were the last one that saw the horses, weren't you?
Methuzala, help me.
Well, I can't help you. I'm sorry. You've already made your mess. None of us are here to clean it up for you. What do you think Burnham's going to do to you?
I don't know, but I think he's going to be very angry. In fact, I shouldn't be talking to you.
Do you think he's going to do to you what he did to Magnum?
And he's not talking now, and he's just standing there looking at the floor.
Fickle, should we help him?
I think if Burnham is angry with him and tries to hit him or something, we should just try and calm the situation. And
Well, to be fair, he did lose the horses.
well,
We shouldn't interfere too much with their order, should we?
well, you don't. If you don't want to interfere, you don't have to. But I think he's so scared and little, and Burnham is quite scary.
Well, I don't think he's that scary. He didn't even manage to climb down that pyramid very well.
Kicked all those kobolds to death, I don't know.
I just pat Tully on his fringe and I say, "Don't worry, we'll try and protect you. We know Burnham's a bit mental and he's probably done something very horrible to Magnum, but in the end, the pears will get him." And I use my persuasion,
To persuade him to do what?
just that the pears will get Burnham.
What do you think our religion is?
But I'm not sure what if you are successful in that persuasion. What are you persuading him to do?
You're just persuading him that the pears will get Burnham.
because clearly he's scared.
How am I supposed to DM that?
So that's 18 to persuade him that the pears will get Burnham, which might mean that he will be less scared of Burnham's ongoing reign of tyranny and terror.
Now I'm more scary. I've got the power of pears.
So he'll be less scared that Burnham is this indefeatable, scary tyrant, and know that whatever Burnham does, he will get his comeuppance, which might give him some solace, having witnessed some horrible things.
The pears.
The pears. And I pat. And I pat him on his head.
So I think what's confusing is saying the pears will get Burnham, which the sentence doesn't make any sense.
It does.
Are you just trying to tell him that you shouldn't be scared of Burnham?
Is it basically that you're telling him that karma will come around?
Essentially, they worship the pears and they protect the pears.
Yeah.
But in the name of the pears, we are suspecting that Burnham's taken blood and killed it, another halfling human, whatever they are, right?
Right.
I don't
So-
suspect that at all.
I'm saying, as Fickle, yeah, he is going to be calmer because the pears are not going to tolerate it and they're probably going to get him. So don't worry about it.
The pears will be angry as transgressions.
Yeah, the pears are going to punish, which is good because at the moment he's just in a state of terror about this one thing and it's opening his mind up to the possibilities of other things happening to Burnham.
I think there's a reason why Burnham's a good cultist and you would make a terrible cultist. They're not very convincing arguments, but you didn't roll an 18, so I think the pears will get Burnham.
Well, I don't think I had to roll anything. I think I just said the pears will take care of him and patted him, and then I gave him the look that made you let me roll incorrectly last session, Dungeon Master, and the same thing happened. So, but it's just a way of reassuring him because he's just in
The
abject
pears,
terror
the
the whole
pears,
time.
the pears.
Yes,
He
just focus on the
stays
pears.
looking at the floor.
You keep looking after your mantra and do the right thing.
Tully, why don't you find the horses and then Burnham won't be so angry? We track him down.
Oh yes, say Tully, roll a nature check.
Yeah, Tully.
Come on, Tully, we believe in you. Let's see if we can track it and we'll help him somehow.
Yes, I'll help by eating the sandwich. Maggots.
And I help by singing the herb song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because horses love herb songs.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? You want to leave Burnham on his own and go off into the forest?
No. Tully's going to go off into the forest.
Right.
I thought I was the bastard
Okay.
No, this is freeing Tully from the tyranny.
of life.
I thought that was your idea, Methuzala.
Yes, you should find the horses for us, yes.
Now I don't know if Methuzala's being sarcastic or not.
No, you
Okay.
should find
I
the
will
horses.
transfer that 18 of persuasion. If you would like to transfer that to want him to go off and look for the horses, I'll let that.
Is that what we want, Jules?
I think maybe you should go off. Yeah, we'll all go off and help him look, actually. and we'll leave Bernum dealing with the bodies.
Okay.
I've had some experience.
All right then.
Okay.
And as we walk off, one of us on each side's just got a consoling hand around Tully's shoulders.
I put a lizard on him.
Oh yeah, the white one.
No, this black one.
Oh, the black one's
This is
mischievous.
a failure.
Okay, you go off into the forest. Roll me some nature to track these, nature or survival, whichever is better for you.
15 for me.
Oh, I've just got nothing really.
Oh.
I've got technology 12.
Okay. You find the track of the horses, and it appears to be going, oddly, not into the forest, but around in a sort of circular fashion around the edge of the forest to the other side of the pyramid.
Does it look like someone's led them?
Yes.
Oh, bugger. Well, how big are the footprints? Are they orcish or are they cobbledish?
Roll your perception, both of you. Or insight.
Insight 21.
It appears to be small feet that could be that of a kobold.
Do these look like Magnum's footprints?
No, I think those footprints are gone.
The Magnum.
I think it's a small that could be kobold.
Yeah.
Okay, I say shit.
Well, the first small one could be Magnum.
Yeah?
I'm going to go get Bernum. I'm going to go, because we're actually going around the perimeter of the... So actually, we're not going away from Bernum necessarily, just going round.
No, you're sort of skirting, yeah.
So I'm going to go to Bernum and go, ooh, looks like some little kobolds have stolen our horses, Bernum.
That's unacceptable.
Yes! I mean...
Have I finished tidying up the bodies?
Where do you want to put them?
Just in the bushes, a bit out of the...
If you put them with the butterflies, they might eat them.
Well, I'm assuming also, I think people might not go over there because there's scary butterflies there. So, like, the orcs, unless they have anti-butterfly suits, won't look in there, and other kobolds might have butterfly suits, so I'm just going to dump them in the butterfly bushes.
Yeah, you dump them in the butterfly bushes. You think that unless they were another butterfly brigade was going to come out, they wouldn't really be.
So we've got the Blue Light Brigade, the Butterfly Brigade.
Yes.
Thing is, the butterfly brigade have not returned to the pyramid with what they should have got, right? Because we
Well,
got their
if
butterflies.
we think they were going to the pyramid with their catch.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, we've got no idea what's happening.
Because,
But we have got a bag of butterflies.
yeah.
Dead ones.
Can I take one of their nets?
Yes.
Can I taste one of the butterflies and see what happens?
Yes.
Bold.
Oh, so nibble on a wing.
Okay. Well, you eat the wing of one of the butterflies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It tastes like insect.
How does that taste?
No.
Like chicken.
Well, this is just the wing. It's sort of like
Nothing
it's not
happens.
particularly meaty part. It's just a bit like papery
Wafer.
wafer.
So nothing happens though. You don't feel any effects or.
No, you've just eaten the wing. It didn't.
You could eat the body.
Yeah.
I eat a bit of the body, the back bit.
The back bit.
Yes.
Okay.
The butt. The genitals.
roll,
Why start with the genitals?
Insects have genitals.
Yes, of course
Right.
I do.
roll up a constitution.
I know. I'd change my mind if I have to do that.
Well, no, that's not how. That's not how it is. I mean, amazing.
And actually heals
She's
you.
of you.
Do I grow wings?
No, you don't. But you eat it, and you get a very very sour taste, and you spit out what you've eaten.
Yeah.
Pretty much about the last minute that you possibly could before you would have been poisoned, and you recognise that this was a incredibly poisonous for the size of the insect.
Yeah.
This is an incredibly poisonous thing, and that
So,
is
Bert,
that is
would you like
probably.
butterflies?
Yeah,
It's
it makes
delicious.
sense because they did sting you and poison you, and then you ate the thing that stung you and poisoned you.
I say, Bernum, would you like one? They're delicious. No, I don't really. I say, these are really poisonous. Don't try eating these. Let's go.
You suspect that might be why the kobolds were collecting them.
Yeah, I think I was trying to connect the butterflies to the blue light, and I feel that's the wrong way to go. They're nothing connected.
Yeah, I'd heard you saying earlier that maybe it's stealing our life force, but yeah, I don't think it is.
Because when they
butterflies.
didn't have any butterflies when they came in the first time that we
Yeah.
remember. We didn't see these butterflies
I
before.
thought they might be like temporal or kind of, different butterflies from a different plane.
They just seem like physical, real butterflies.
They seem like just incredibly poisonous insects.
Oh, why didn't? Can you do a nature check on the butterflies?
I haven't got particularly. I've got no nature.
Okay.
I've got 0, so I can.
Let's just follow the...
Yeah, let's find these horses.
Are we going to go in the pyramid or find the horses?
No, find the horses.
Is where we're going to have a rest and then...
Yeah, find the horses, have a rest, go in the pyramid, end the match.
Okay.
I like that plan, right?
Yeah. Survival to track the horses?
Yes.
14.
Okay, it's not particularly hard. They do seem to be just going round the outskirts. You go to a point which is essentially just offset, but pretty much the other side from where you first broke the clearing, if that makes sense, on the other side of the temple. And the track almost sort of abruptly stops.
The track for the horses.
Yeah, you've been following.
It just stops.
Yeah.
Can I do a perception around the area?
Yep.
15 plus 0. Can I see any, like, hidey holes they would have gone in, or...
15 plus 0. Are you all searching, or is it just
Sorry, what can we see?
So that you've been following these tracks,
Yeah.
and they sort of just peter out.
Well, that's bad. I just
No.
rolled a 2.
I rolled a 4, so 15's our best roll.
Methuzala, you think that the ground doesn't look right.
Everyone dig! They're under the ground! No one's digging.
No,
Fine,
I'll dig.
Okay, I poke the ground with my big shillelagh
I
stick.
use the spike on the end of the net to start stabbing into the ground.
Okay, you stab the ground in a couple of places, and as you go forward, to just a bit, so a couple of meters in front, or a couple of feet in front of where the hoof marks sort of started to disappear, your spiky end of the net go through a sort of hole, as if it's been a covered top, as it were.
Ooh, there is a hidey hole. Clever kobolds. They probably eaten our horses, you know. And that knoll. They probably ate that dead knoll.
Oh yeah, the Noel's corpse was on one of the horses.
I think you'd taken the dead Noel's corpse off. It was still where you'd left it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't want the dead knoll. Picky.
I give the sort of trap a kick.
A kick.
A kick.
It appears to be sort of like a very large door, flat on the ground.
Give it a kick.
What,
It
like a
kicks.
knock?
Yeah, like knock, kick.
Oh, Jesus.
It shakes a bit.
Do you want
From
to...
the kicking?
I say, Methuselah, should we smoke them out?
Well, we could, but our horses might be in there. This is probably another stealth maneuver, I feel.
Kick.
Yeah, let's try and get this door open. Do we see any handles on the door?
No, but you think you reckon if you picked it up as a 3,
I use my spiky bit to sort of
lever it. And
So this is just like when we all had to get out the stocks together. Remember, guys?
Oh, good time.
3, 2, 1.
everyone roll a strength.
Oh, God.
20.
Tully rolled a 7, and I rolled a 15.
I rolled a 2.
Or I rolled a 7 and Tully rolled a 15, whichever way around you want to do it.
We get back into it.
You managed to lift it up. You've got it. You're lifting it up, and it's about you've lifted it a meter open. If you want to open it fully, sort of pull it all the way backwards, it'll be another combined strength effort.
Yeah, let's get it all the way
Let's
open.
go!
Okay.
Tully first. Tully with a 6 this time. 18.
14.
And 15.
You flick this. It's quite a long. It was quite well conceived, but concealed. Sorry, but because you were quite close.
How well conceived was it?
Oh, it was for a kobold, pretty well conceived.
Yeah, if concealment was its aim, it's very well conceived.
Yeah.
Well, he's better than most of their traps, which were just...
Oh shit, check for traps!
You flick it back open, and there is a flat walkway that seems to go down into a tunnel type area. It's only wide enough, you reckon, for maybe a horse and a half. You reckon they've been led single file into this area.
So is that walkway, is the direction it's heading in towards the temple or away from the temple?
Kind of parallel.
Parallel. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going to go first?
I will, because I have halfling nimbleness. That means I can move through the spaces of larger creatures. So if we get to horses, I can scuttle past them.
Oh, okay. Lovely. Let's go.
Okay.
Using my actual skills in a D&D way.
Ugh.
Earth. This is definitely not a well conceived, shall we say, path. It's clearly not dwarven. This is clearly just kobolds digging a hole. It's earth. It looks very badly made. Goes quite shallowly down into a more open room, and it opens up. Are you doing it stealthily? Are you doing it slowly?
Stealthy Bernum.
Yeah, I'll try stealth. I'm quite stealthy. 13.
13. Yeah, you stealthily make your way to the. You can see that it opens out into a sort of bit of a more open room, and you are on the corner looking in. At this point, it's not lit down there at all. There's no light coming from there.
Have any of us got dark vision?
I have. I can see in the dark.
Oh, let's put you forward, Fickle.
Okay, can you see in the dark, Bernard?
No.
Do you want to hold my hand?
No.
Okay.
Tully, hold my hand.
Yes, Burnham.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll just tiptoe, be careful. What about you? Can you see in the dark?
No! I can barely see the light.
So, Fickle suggests maybe she could scout up ahead and then rush back. So then that way they wouldn't be like blind if an enemy attacks us.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So she kind of stealthily edges into the tunnel and sees what she can find.
Okay, you go into this room. It looks like almost like an odd bits sort of room in there. There's a few barrels, a few tools, digging implements, cut off bits of foliage.
Okay.
It's just an odd
Like a junk room.
Just a junk room, yeah.
Okay.
There is a further archway on your left that appears to lead into a further tunnel, just as wide as before.
Do I see any horse poop or droppings or?
Roll a perception.
Oh, that's 10.
You see horse tracks. Let's say a little bit of poo.
Okay. So I go into and follow the tracks.
Okay, is everyone else with her?
Yes.
Okay, you follow the tracks and you go to this further tunnel that leads straight. Using your dungeoneering, you reckon this would be directly towards the temple.
Crikey.
So we'll keep going down the tunnel.
Okay. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
I say, can you see that, chaps? It's light.
Oh, it's the pears.
Well, let's be careful because I think we might be coming out into the tunnel, into the temple, whatever it is. So we keep going down the tunnel, but very stealthily, all three of us.
Roll it then.
4 of us.
I'll stay at the
Four of
back,
us.
so I'm not being stealthy.
No, 2.
21.
16. For Tully.
8. A whole 8. Much better than you, Bernum, you dickhead.
So, Marion, making a
aggressive.
mixed amount of noise, you go down this very roughly hewn tunnel towards a light at the end. With your passive perception, you can hear stuff going on at the end of the tunnel.
What can we hear?
Movement, yipping, yapping, talking between the kobolds.
Horses?
Does
You can't hear horse noises, but you can hear kobold noises talking.
Does Bernum and Tully do they both still look like kobolds?
We have our little outfits.
They're wearing the butterfly bee suits.
Because then maybe you could sneak in and...
We are masters of deception.
Yes, go ahead. My magic skills will shroud any suspicion they have.
Last time he put disguise in us, it was so successful I only blew myself up. Okay, Tully, let's go.
Okay.
We're holding hands with net in the other hands.
You've both got nets then and both
Yep.
holding hands. Okay. You make your way.
Wait, stop. I take the bag of butterflies, by the way.
Yes, I had it.
Okay, good. I just wanted to check
I
that.
wasn't giving that to you.
Yes.
I let Fickle eat one.
Yes, it was good, that. Otherwise, we was going to die. She spatters out.
Wise.
Yes. Oh, yeah, okay, you got everything you need. Go.
Okay. Are you stealthing or are you just boldly sort of
No, like
Bluffing it.
social stealth.
Social stealth.
social stealth?
Walking forward, like trying to act like we belong, which is difficult for someone with charisma -1.
So you make your way and you are at the entrance to what looks like a sort of working area. There are kobolds everywhere, sorting through items that they have clearly taken from different areas, both in the forest and in different towns that they've been to. You can see them sorting through weapons, through different plants, all that sort of stuff.
How many kobolds?
quite a lot.
And only me and Tully can see this.
Yes.
Right.
You're basically James Bonding it now.
So yeah, we're just like, oh, casual, mysterious, we're here. So I'm just going to tug on Tully and
Wait.
wait to see what the other kobolds do. And just try and find somewhere out the way where we're just going to stand and watch for a little bit.
You can see there's a corner where there are other people wearing similar suits to what you're wearing in a corner.
I don't want to stand near them because they might ask me questions about about what?
Go and
Butterflies.
talk to them. Pretend you've got two.
I
friends.
can't speak kobold.
Yeah, but they might be speaking common.
No, they're yipping and yapping at each other. I think my accent would give me away immediately.
Hello, fellow kobolds.
Kobold. I have to do this without speaking at all.
Yeah, observation.
So
I guess.
I'm going to do perception and just look and wait to see if I can work out what the economics of this room is. Like, who's doing what.
Okay. So to describe the room a little bit more, it's almost like you're walking in the fleshy part of a donut. The centre of the
Hang
room.
on. Hang on. What sort of donut? Ring or jam filled?
Ring.
Right, okay. That
So the centre of the room.
Wait, do you call that the fleshy part of the donut?
so the actual ring.
Yeah.
Right.
The doughy part of the donut?
Yeah, fleshy doughy. Let's not get into the semantics
You
of
can't
describing
say
walking
that.
through a donut.
So we're in, the room is ring shaped.
Yes.
Right.
What's in the middle then? A wall?
Yes.
Right. Can I see doors on that wall?
No.
Interesting. So it's a circular room, but in the sense that it's a ring
Yes.
rather than a full circle.
How big's the ring bit in the middle? Is it so big like you can literally can't see what's the other side of the room, or is it a little pillar?
Roll an insight.
I don't think I understand.
It's a reasonable size.
So I can't see the other side of the room.
No.
Right. Okay.
Based on how far you've come down, you think you're probably about 1 or 2 levels below ground.
What can I see people doing?
Sorting, just as I said, items that they appear to have perhaps either stolen or gathered from the forest or towns and different places around. So weapons, cases of food, plants, all that sort of stuff.
And do I see any people who look like they're in charge?
There are some kobolds that are wearing actual armour and have weapons.
Right. And what about, are they people like handing them the things, or is everyone just sorting themselves?
No, they are standing around. Everyone appears to be sort of sorting themselves. The kobolds who are actually wearing armour, sort of deep red armour, just leather, a shield on their back, little swords down by their sides, appear to be standing around just looking and watching what's going on.
Okay. So we'll take a little walk around to see if we can see our horses.
Okay, like just skirting around the outside.
Yeah, doing one loop round.
Okay. Did you cast disguise on them then, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did
yes. Well, yes. This guy's yes.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Yes, that had happened. But that was underneath the mask, so.
So, which one? Anti-clockwise, clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
So, anti-clockwise would be away from the people wearing the
Yeah,
beaches.
they're the last people we want to go near.
Okay. You move round the room. Nobody seems to be paying a massive amount of attention to you at this point. As you go round, you get a view round the other side of the donut bit, and you can't see your horses. But what you can see is another door, basically opposite where you came in.
Right.
And what appears to be an almost bit of spiral, sort of a cutaway sort of stairway downwards.
These are two different things. It's
Yes.
not a door going to...
There is a doorway, and in a similar place, there is
Anyone guarding it?
No, but it is being used.
By...
Kobolds coming up and down.
Right. Okay, I carry on my loop. I ignore that and just carry on past it.
Okay.
Is this room also look like it's been poorly dug out?
Yes.
It's the same.
This one appears to be... It's poorly dug out. It has got some reinforcements at points around it due to its size.
Shoddy mine, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we carry on looking for anything of interest.
So you continue round. You're a good couple of movements away from where you started now.
Okay.
and you're towards the entrance that you saw, that little little thing, and you see a similar corridor moving away from you. Getting a look at these stairs down now, you can see that they cut away and they're almost like a sort of curved slope downwards.
Okay. We're
Wooden,
not going anywhere down there.
wooden stairs.
Just going to finish our loop. So all we're doing is a brisk walk round and then back down the tunnel where we came.
So if you continue, are you going to return route or are you going to...
No, just going to continue the loop all the way around. Just like casually a quick stroll, not pausing, just looking quickly, just getting a scope out of the room.
Okay. You make your way about 3/4 of the way round, and you hear a yipping coming from the other side where you were, near where the other beekeeper type people is.
Okay.
A louder yipping than might be normal.
Just ignore it and keep going.
Okay.
I can't yip back.
No. And you make your way back to the entrance where you came in, where the others, Methuzala and Fickle, are.
Okay, I look over at the beekeepers. Are they coming over towards me?
No.
Then we just head down this tunnel and away from them.
So
Some would say you were incredibly lucky.
So if you recount what you saw, I guess
Well, we saw the room is like a nice big ring, like the fleshy part of a donut. A ring
that's
donut.
a very odd way of saying it.
Not a jam donut, which would be more confusing. Just
What
be
is a
plot.
donut?
Yeah, it's
Oh, they sell them at the monastery. They make them out of apples. Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, could you get it? You know, it'd be nice pear donut. That's a joke. Joking.
There is a very unimpressed face coming from...
I lift up the mask.
See a kobold face.
They seem to be all bringing in their sort of...
When Methuselah says that, I look at Tully and I'll give him a wink.
What kind of a wing?
That, like this.
Yeah, I know, but describe that to the listeners. Is it a
Like
sexual
my left
wing? Or
eyelid comes down and cover my left eye.
Yeah, I know that.
It's like when the word
I asked for that one.
when Methuselah says pear, Tully looks up startled and I wink reassuringly.
I like the fact that you're now saying what Tully does as well.
But he might be sensitive to the word pear since we had the pear conversation.
Is there any...
Because it's actually the object of his worship
if
for the last 30
if he's
years.
not,
Look, what I want to know, and what the listeners clearly want to know, is there any external eyebrow movement with it, or afterwards?
yeah,
There is. What kind of eyebrow movement?
I do a double raise, like no.
Synchronised.
Oh, what, repeated?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
Face movement.
Burnham grips Tully's hand slightly harder.
you don't notice
I'm looking at you. Why would I not notice your face?
because you were talking to him. He said, "Can we make out of pairs?" Just joking, and you gave him a look. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, so Tully didn't look at him when he was saying that. Tully looked at someone else.
Tully looked at. Well, if Tully didn't look at me, I flicked him on the shoulder and did the wink and the eyebrows. Anyway, that should have taken like a second.
Yeah, I know, but it involved winking and eyebrow raising, so that's
Quite a
Yeah,
big part of
important
the
formal
podcast.
gamer, important formal gamer things, internal and external eyebrow raises.
yeah.
So my thoughts on what you've described of the room is, I wonder if this is the only exit. If it is, could we block it off? But you said there was another door and another staircase.
And he didn't
maybe
see our
not.
horses. And
No, they
didn't
could
see
have
our
led our
horses.
horses further round. Did I see any tracks?
Not inside, no, but it was pretty freaking dirty in there.
Yeah. There's how many kobolds would I say I saw?
Probably about 20 to 25.
Oh, that's good. We'll just fight them.
If we had a rest, I could probably kick them all to death.
Yes, that'd be quite fun. Is it worth going in the other door in the staircase?
I think we should let's have a rest because then we can.
Fight if it goes wrong.
Yeah, and we were meant to have a rest when we came down off the pyramid. We've been poisoned. I've been on your back.
Yeah,
He's
this is
fallen
true.
down the pyramid.
Okay, let's go back. We know where we are. We know where these kobolds are. Sounds like maybe this is where the kobolds live, and maybe the orc lives in the big temple. Who knows? So let's go have our rest then.
Okay, you return route out to the trapdoory type entrance you came in. Do you close it?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they'll be like somebody left our door open.
Okay.
I'll kick it twice as well.
Close the door.
I've put some moss and stuff around it so it looks less disturbed.
Nice.
Nice.
How did they get in and out of it without it looking disturbed?
They probably went through the pyramid.
No, because they brought horses through here.
And they probably went through the big door.
They managed to put all... So someone has put all the stuff back over it after they went through it.
Yeah, because it was concealed. That's why I'm reconcealing it.
Yeah, but who did that? And why didn't we see them?
Maybe Tully did it. Maybe Magnum did it.
Is this the end of the episode? But who did that? And why didn't we see them?
It would be if we were 9 minutes short. Don't like going under an hour.
Nor do the listeners.
No.
Nor does my girlfriend. And
Oh, it's a shame she's going out with you then.
Personal chat on the...
Yeah.
it was too open, that had to say.
Oh, Lord.
Like his girlfriends.
It's lucky you can do it, like, I don't know, 24 times in a row then.
Right, like it, yeah.
That took ages to work
Yeah, I
out.
like
It wasn't
it.
even that funny. Sorry.
Why 24?
Because then it would be 60 minutes divided by 24.
Which is really complicated. I'd have gone for 30 times. Kept the maths simple.
I like it that you were, yeah, that's good, okay.
I was imagining at the same time as
You were imagining
calculating. Yeah.
Do you want to roll an insight into...
Yeah, I want to know how they covered the door. But I don't want to roll an insight. I just want you to tell me.
Well, then you don't know.
That's what I do.
10 plus my insight.
Which is
2.
plus 2?
That's not bad.
Yeah, 10 plus 2.
12.
Okay. It could have been someone who has left and closed it after them and gone away a different direction into the forest, or potentially, because you know from what Fickle saw, there was a similar entrance to the one Fickle climbed up. They could have gone that side of the temple,
But we know,
without
the
seeing
horses
it.
went down here.
Yes.
It could have
So
been.
someone has covered. So we know that's not what's happened.
So,
'cause
babes,
they
there
haven't
could have
done
been
that.
two of them. One took the horses in,
Yeah.
and the other one said, cover me.
Yeah, cover it, and I'm off somewhere else. But then they've always going to have someone who stays outside because they can't all go inside because otherwise they leave the door uncovered. So it's quite a complicated little system they've got here. So I wonder if we can find the guy who closes the door. He seems like someone who's like, because I worry about him coming back and going, "Hey, you guys sleeping by the door."
We won't
I think
sleep.
we should sleep by the
I think we
door,
should
so.
sleep up a tree like Ewoks.
I've not seen it.
Oh.
Let's get away from this area, and then we'll go find a place far enough away we can make.
Bizarrely, the top of the temple now seems like a more sensible plan again.
We'll go back up the
No.
temple.
Right.
Yeah, let's just go
Can
off
we
into
see-
the.
Is there
forest.
any weeping willows with leaves long enough to make a little green cave within which we could be concealed?
Not specifically weeping willows. That you wouldn't find any of them in this type of forest, but there are broken trees and bushes on the ground level that you
there
might be able to hide
ferns?
in. Yeah, there'd be fern areas and bushes.
Me and Tully will go and pick a load of ferns to lay as sort of like matting somewhere
All right, okay. Roll me up.
to make a nest.
So you basically want to make a concealed sort of little.
Like a bivouac.
Okay, whereabouts? If you were on a clock face of where the temple is, if you started at 6 o'clock and you're currently at 1 o'clock.
Where's the door?
At 1 o'clock.
1
At 1
o'clock.
o'clock. Whereabouts on the clock face?
I think we should just go further into the forest
Yeah.
at 1 o'clock.
Into the dark, deep depths of the forest,
Yeah,
we find a
safe
secluded and safe spot where no animals seem to be roaming.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And where there's no tracks like coming towards it or
Yeah.
anything. So it just seems like,
okay, you go into the forest. You're just about sort of still within through the trees. Do you still want to be in sight line towards the sort of
No,
I think we'd be
further away than that.
Yeah.
proper far away?
Yeah,
Okay,
because we're going to be sleeping, aren't we? So.
We don't want to be bumped into by people on their way between those two spots. So we want to go out of their areas of interest.
okay. You move your way into the forest. You spend some time making a concealed, a sort of sleepy point.
A bower.
Make some rolls to tell me how well you do that.
I rolled 20, so using my
Right, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like, fuck it. Like,
using my nature.
unless
it's
one of you
22.
rolls a 1,
Oh, you rolled.
a 2, that's pretty near.
What did you roll?
8.
So, you basically, Bernum and Methuzala start doing it, and then Fickle comes over and goes, no, you are doing it all wrong.
Tully rolled a 17.
Tully agrees. He just gives a little nod, but he doesn't obviously at all make any condescending comments or anything towards Bernum.
I say it's so lucky that handyman Carl was a friend of mine at Bard College. Oh, we used to camp all the time. And I apply
right.
those skills now.
You were camping with Cole in Bard College.
Whistle while you work. Well, We used to sing this song, whistle while you work. Here, take this bit of wood.
Maybe we shouldn't sing this song, being the fact that we're supposed to be hidden.
Okay.
So you make a little hideaway. You get in it. It's pretty late. It's starting to get early evening, late in the day.
So
And
before, Fickle would normally do like a lullaby to help us all sleep. She kind of puts her bed next to Methuzala and says, I was going to sing you the Methuzala song, but you did call me a name, which I think is a little bit misogynist in its origin.
Which word? Which name was that?
It rhymes with fag and it was slag.
We're saying an even word.
it rhymes with fag and was slag.
And
For Americans, that does mean cigarette in this country as well. We're not saying a worse word just to define a word.
And she basically takes the 20 minutes that she would have done to just lecture him on the patriarchy and how it's not very respectful to call a woman a slag or be rude.
All of my girlfriends at university all identified as that, so, we had a great time.
She doesn't really listen to his responses, but she feels she's passed on her feminist messages, and then she goes to
That
sleep.
seems familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is the right answer, I think. Yes.
Yay!
Me and Tylee just sit in silent prayer,
Yeah.
quietly judging.
The pears.
Silent prayer.
Silent pair?
Silent pairs.
Silent pair prayer. Okay. So you prepare some cold food. You don't want to light a fire out here, I'm assuming. Have some sustenance, eat a bit. As you start going to bed, it's obviously dark. You see blue light emanating from the area around where the temple was.
Was or is?
Well, from where you came, sorry. The temple is.
That's only threw a lot of things into disorder. We looked at it, the temple's gone, the blue lights have placed it.
Because you're a lot closer than when you last saw this, it is evident that it is coming from that temple area. The foliage around where you are is quite thick. You're not within sight of the temple. But what you can see when you look directly up towards the sky is there, through the break in the trees, is that there appears to be almost a shaft of blue light coming from the temple.
Can I, how long is this happening for? Can I rush to the boundary to look?
It slowly increases in density.
So can I go to, stealthily crawl through the forest to get and have a look at the temple and see what's happening?
Yes, you could, if you roll it.
I will!
I think Fickle's just going to stay asleep.
Ooh, not too stealthy. 5 plus 3.
Methuselah, are you going on your own?
Okay, well, you coming with me, Bernum? What's happening?
No, I need my key points.
Okay, I'll go have a look.
Fickle?
I'm fast asleep. That lecture tired me out.
The lecture that you gave.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she did diagrams.
See, people
and
think
stuff.
it's time being lectured at, but lecturing,
It's
you're
act-
listening and saying it.
It's actually, you have to be actively listening and planning. You're so right,
Do
Dan.
you have to be actively listening?
Yeah.
I just talk. That's why half my sentences don't follow the last one.
So, yeah, Fickle's just fast asleep.
I'm by myself.
You are by yourself.
Do you need us two to leave the room? Or cover it?
No, yes. Cover your ears. Cover your ears, just a moment.
Mine.
So,
Give it to me.
Methuselah,
Have I won?
you come to the edge of the forest. You don't know whether you've been stealthily or not.
Probably not.
And you see a solid shaft of light, almost like a spotlight. You know, like the Batman thing, going straight up from the centre and the top of the temple
I
where
wonder
you
if
were
that's
before.
when the trapdoor opens.
So, you see this blue light coming from the very top of the temple. You hear a noise coming from the entrance to the lower aspects of it, where you were before, where you crept in. And then suddenly, time seems to slow. Everything becomes hazy. And you hear a familiar voice in your head.
The Formal Gamer, podcasts for those with exquisite taste.